Hey, how's it going, everybody? In the last video, I told you guys that I went to Philadelphia Regionals with some friends, and I have a video of the deck that I use there. I understand that there's things that you have to watch out for, like seismitoad decks and Vileplume decks, and just all sorts of things, but this is what I knew, and this is what I played, and I didn't really care too much about finishing first. So the deck is Flygon, Dusknoir, Donphan. Flygon, at any times between turns, if it's active, it puts a damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's like a poison for everybody. It's crazy. And how are you going to get it active? Well, you have a Donphan, so you can spinning turn into Flygon. Everybody knows about Donphan. It's a really good card, especially with all its fighting support. And you can move the damage around with Dusknoir and get some fast knockouts, but this deck is actually slow to set up, but it does really well at late game. I just want to emphasize that the deck is slow setting up, but as soon as it does, it's a lot of fun to play. And yeah, that's the supporter trainer line. We actually have 2 Pokemon communication, because this is expanded. And that means black and white on. This card was printed in black and white, and you just put a Pokemon on top of your deck and get one out that you might need. Like, say, I don't need this Flygon right now, I'm going to put it down and get a Shaman or something. So that's that. We have 1 Landorus, because Land's Judgment is good, people. I've learned this from my friend Taylor. Land's Judgment is really good. Landorus also helps against Night March. You can hammer hit 30-30 on 2 Joltix and hopefully sit your opponent back by that. So, yep. Let's take a look at a game here on Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. We're going to be going against Primal Groudon Wobbuffet. At first, I'm not really sure what this deck is about that we're going against, but I was at Regionals and there was this guy playing this, I believe his name was Xander or something. I'm still getting kind of familiar with all the Pokemon players that people know about, so yeah, this is Primal Groudon Wobbuffet. And yeah, see Sycamore, and I see him discard the Fight Energies, so at that point I assume it's a Groudon deck, and sure enough. Alright, so the objective of Primal Groudon Wobbuffet is to keep Wobbuffet active long enough so that your opponent can't set up their field, and then Primal Groudon just comes in and wrecks everything. So we're going to level ball here for a Phanpy and attach an energy to it, put our Floatstones down, and we're going to be Karina in here. We always want to get the Tri-Pinch out first. If we have 3 to 4 of them out in the first 2 turns, that's right where we want to be. So that way we can have multiple Flygons set up over, the first, 3 to 6 turns, so. And we're also going to get a computer search, because computer search is very versatile, and next turn we might be computer searching for a Juniper. Usually we would computer search for Shaman, but we can't set up because of Wobbuffet's ability, so. Here we see an Ultra Ball. Probably going to get the Primal. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's it. That's all my opponent has to do is attach and pass. It's similar to Wailord in that aspect, but in Wailord you don't attach, so. Alright, we're gonna level ball here for a Duskull, because I see that Flygon might be useless, so we're gonna try to get the Donphan out, and a strong energy at some point, so we can get this Wobbuffet out of the way as fast as we can. Just checking to see what I need, and I honestly need a lot of things, so I'm gonna be trying to find that Juniper. Now, we only play 1 Juniper, which is very problematic sometimes. We like to be using Skyfield and Chorus in this deck mostly, so we can get more than 7 cards and not discard our Pokemon lines. We are very Pokemon heavy, so if they're in the discard, we might not be able to use them, obviously, so we don't play very many Junipers because of that. Alright, we're just gonna get an N here, because that gets us the most amount of cards. Chorus would have done it too, but we're just gonna tackle. Actually, if we would have gotten Chorus, we would have been able to use it next turn with the Versus Seeker, but we'll see how that affects the game. Usually I don't make misplays with this deck because I always play with this deck like so many times. It's my favorite thing to play with. I got the skeleton of the list from Russell. He showed me the Pokemon lineup and I just put in my own stuff to figure out the rest. I'll be talking about the changes I made throughout the video to this deck. And yeah, we're gonna Versus Seeker for Karina. We really need that Donphan here, so. And I'm not sure what else I'm gonna get. But yeah, I did put Pokemon Communication in here. That was not in my friend's list. That he originally showed me an example of like how to put this together. I just thought it was a really good idea because the deck has so many Pokemon in it. And we do play 2, so it's good to have. It's very versatile because we have Jirachi and Shaman and Landorus and all this other stuff. My friend Russell's list didn't have Jirachi in it, or Pokemon Communication, or Landorus. So those are some of the changes that I made from his to mine. And I just like this a lot, so I'm gonna spinning turn here. Hit for 40. And that damage from Fanafy's tackle is actually helping a little bit, so if we do manage to get a strong energy, we can get a knockout with that 110 damage total. And yeah, my opponent's strategy is just to power up the Primal Groudons and start hitting us. Now at this point I don't have a supporter card, so I'm kind of worried. Hex Maniac, he's trying to stop Shamans and Jirachis and things like that. Alright, we do get that strong energy, that's really cool. Exactly what we needed. Great if we had a Floatstone so we can spinning turn. Some other things that changed in the deck is he had a 2-2 Donphan line, whereas I have a 3-2 Donphan line. Easier to get the Donphan out if you have more basics. And it's an okay starter as well. Also, he had a Max Potion. I have a Pokemon Center Lady. I kind of put that in here because you can just keep reusing it with the VS Seekers and just, you know, it also takes care of status conditions. So here we get knocked out, we're going to spinning turn into Flygon, put 10 on all of his bench yet again, so it's like a poison for like their entire field. It's really cool. Now we're probably going to get knocked out here, but that's alright. That usually happens. We get knocked out, not usually in one hit, but we have to try to create multiple Flygons throughout the game. But here, I think we should be okay with like 1 or 2 Flygon. Now, Robo Substitutes have 30 health, and we want to move the damage off of them if possible before we Sand Slammer again. So we can use those 4 damage counters on the Robo Subs to put on the Groudons. Now here, we just need some top deck luck. And we're not getting it, and this game looks pretty much over for us, but we'll see if we can pull this off here. My opponent has yet to play an N all game. That's something that's very interesting to me. It is a fighting deck, so Karinas are the way to go, I suppose. And we top deck Shaman, which could save us the game here. And get another one. Alright, we could wreck this turn. If we use Shaman to set up for a candy here, we could change the game in our favor drastically. And we get the rare candy Dusknoir. Alright, awesome. So we can move the damage to his Pokemon any way we like. Usually at this point, people just say, I give up, because you have that thing out, so you're just going to win anyway. So it's hard to record a full game here. This person let me record a full game, so you could just see how this would work and play out here. Yeah, this deck list is all over the place, and I do know that, but it just gives you so many things that you can do if and when it works right. Played this at regionals, and I finished 4 wins, some amount of losses, I think 4-3-1 or something, and we left on the 8th round because my friends were wanting to go home because it was getting late. But I lost to Donphan, Seismitoad Yveltal, and Blastoise. Yveltal is easy for this deck to beat, actually. You just have to get a lot of Sand Slammers off early in the game, then Sinister Hand, then keep using Wreck. That's how you beat Yveltal. And yeah, so we just moved all the damage to the Primal Groudon in the back and knocked it out that way. And here we're gonna move the damage onto Wobbuffet so that we don't waste any damage and wreck for 160. And that's how you take 2 Primal Groudons down with Sinister Hand and Wreck. It's a bit ridiculous. Like I said, the deck's slow in the starting of the game, but toward the end, this is what happens. Same with Primal Groudon. It's very slow when it starts off, and at the end it's very strong. So we just got to see a pretty cool match here. The games I won against at regionals were... I'm trying to remember this for you guys. It's been a while since I posted a video. I won against Rayquaza Eels. That was very easy with Sand Slammer because the Eels have such low HP. I won against a Vespiquen Night March deck. That was easy too because all the Pokemon have low HP in that deck. I won a game against Blastoise because they couldn't get Blastoise out, and they knocked out a Phanpy, I think, and I teammates for a Landorus and a Strong Energy to hit their active Execute for 50, and I hit their Jirachi on the bench for 30, which was a knockout on the Jirachi. So I took 3 prizes against the Blastoise deck to win the game. At regionals, that was one of the coolest parts. Yeah, and that'll do it. That's Flygon, Donphan, Dusknoir. It's not a top tier deck, but it's what I know, it's what I had fun playing, and that's why I decided to play it. So, thank you guys for watching. This is an overview of the deck once again. Lots of Pokemon, I know. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will really try to put more videos up soon for the Pokemon community. And I'm trying to get my friend Taylor to do some of his playtest decks on here. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.